Hi gang, Rob here. It is the evening of 29 May 2025, Thursday night at 9 o'clock. Must be time for a knife sale on the Apostle P channel, and a knife sale we shall have. Before we get into the thick of it, let's do a little bit of housekeeping as usual. First off, I need you to be familiar with and agreeable to the terms of the sale, which I will post on the screen for you in just a moment. I will also print them in the description underneath this video. And the video description is very important on Thursday night at knife sale time because it contains a lot of valuable information. In fact, I'm going to put 3 links at the top of the description, even above the terms of the sale, to help you guys. The first one of the 3 is a link to my video, A Primer for Buyers. That's a 38-minute expanded explanation of the terms of the sale. So especially if you're new to this weekly event, you're going to want to watch that. It'll make your purchase experience go much more smoothly. The second link is to my FAQs for Consignors video. That could be of interest to you if you're interested in using this weekly sales vehicle to move along some of your personal knife collection. And then the third link, as always, is to my rates and services video for the TheApostleP Knife Service, the original precision sharpening service for the online knife community. Good time to avail yourself of that service, by the way. Turnaround time for a sharpened knife is under 3 weeks right now. So at the top of the description, you'll see those 3 links. Then at the in the middle, you're going to see the terms of the sale. At the bottom, you'll see the list of tonight's inventory, complete with timestamps down the left side, pricing down the right. In the pricing column, you will generally see 2 numbers. The one to the left of the slash is the price of your knife as shown in the video. The price on the right is the price as sharpened by the TheApostleP Knife Service. In that regard, there will be room this week to have the first 4 sharpened knives purchased in tonight's sale to be sharpened and shipped tomorrow, Friday the 30th. Not to worry if your knife falls outside those first 4 because, as I said, sharpening backlog is under 3 weeks right now. Now, if you see the word sold in lieu of a price in that right-hand column in the inventory list, that means the knife you're looking at has been bought and paid for by its new owner. So no need to send an "I'll take it" or an inquiry about anything marked sold. I believe that's all we have for the preliminaries this week. Let's get the terms up on the screen for you, and we'll be right back with the sale. Here are the terms. All right, let's get to it, shall we? First off, we need to work through some leftovers from last week. We're going to start them off with this one from Protech. It is a model number 5206-gray Malibu flipper with a textured gray aluminum handle, black DLC blade, and 20 CV with the reverse Tanto blade shape. A very special Protech Malibu, as you can see. Sort of a diamond milled texture pattern in the gray hard anodized aluminum with a little flat spot underneath the clip contact point. Speaking of the clip, it'll be right hand tip up deep carry in black to match the rest of the hardware. Button lock flipper, riding on ball bearings. There's your DLC blade. They're on the spine, Protech, CPM 20 CV. Appears to be a factory edge and unmolested. Blade length is 3 5/16. The handle's 4 3/16. The action, ball bearing delicious. Lockup, Protech solid. And the centering, Protech perfect. Condition on this one will be near mint to like new in box. These are out of stock. When they ran them, they were available for a web retail price of $290. We ran this one last week at $220. Did not sell. Dropped it to $200 for the weekend. It's still here. Let's go $190 this week. $220 if you'd like it with an Apostle P edge. That's the Protech Malibu flipper in textured gray. And it's a beauty. Next up, a large and menacing folder from who else? Cold Steel. It is the 6-inch hold out. When it's closed, you'll see a handle length of 7 5/16 in black G10 with some holes for lightening. This will have an ambidextrous tip up, pocket clip, triad lock mechanism, opens with thumb studs. Like a shot, it opens with thumb studs. Full flat ground spear point blade in S35 VN. 5 7/8 blade. Lockup is dead rock solid, as you'd expect from the triad lock. Action is nice. Centering is very, very close. Condition near mint to like new in box. These knives are available new for a web retail of about $142. We ran it last week at $95. Got no takers on Thursday night or Friday. Dropped it to $85 for the weekend. It's still here. Somebody gets a heck of a knife. A heck of a large knife. $75 shipped priority mail. $110 if you'd like it to come with my edge on it. That is the 6-inch holdout from Cold Steel. Next, got some Cold Steel fixed blades at Screamin' Deals. The first one is a Warcraft Tanto. They say 7.5-inch. I measured at 7. Now, this is the polymer handled and 4034 stainless version of the Warcraft Tanto. Comes in the Securex sheath with removable nylon belt loop, retention snap, good thumb brake, beautiful stone wash on that 4034 stainless blade. I love the glass reinforced nylon scales because they almost have a molded in pattern of glass fibers, which is kind of cool. Very nice in the hand. Great all-purpose mid-size Tanto fixed blade. Near mint to like new in box. These are available brand new for a web retail of $160. We ran last week at $95 and dropped it to $85 for the weekend. It's still here. Let's go. $75 shipped priority mail, like it is. $115 if you'd like my edge on that big Tanto blade. That's the Cold Steel Warcraft Tanto 4034 SS. Next up, there will be 2 knives listed under this video segment because I have 2 identical 7.5-inch Warcraft Tantos in San Mai steel. I'm just going to show one of them, but they're both identical. They'll be listed in your inventory as number 1 and number 2. Securex sheath. Nylon belt loop, dangle, removable. Retention snap. Good thumb brake. There is your beautifully set and finished San Mai steel. See if you can pick up the line of demarcation between the core steel and the clad steel right there in the hollow grind. You got a 7-inch blade. You got a 5-inch handle. Black G10 3D machine scales that are super comfy. These are currently available for a web retail brand new of $210. We ran these last week at $150 a piece. Dropped them to $135 for the weekend. This week, take one home for $120, shipped priority mail. $160, sharpened. That's the Cold Steel Warcraft Tanto in San Mai. We have a number 1 and a number 2. Next is our last Cold Steel fixed blade. Comes in a big, huge box. You might call it a big, beautiful box. It's the Laredo Bowie. In CPM 3V with a black linen micarta handle. Comes in a Securex sheath. Removable nylon belt loop. Dangle. Nice retention. And look at that thing of beauty, would ya? Full flat ground. Fighting Bowie. Sharp clip. Stainless steel crossguard. There's your black linen micarta handle. Beautiful coffin profile. Affixed with a nut. Blade length on the Laredo's 10.5 inches. Handles 5 3/16. It is near mint to like new in box. Currently available new for a web retail of $307. We offered this last week at $220. It did not sell. Dropped it to $200 for the weekend. It's still here. Let's do $180. Shipped priority mail, $220. If you'd like it to come with my edge on it. That is the Laredo Bowie from Code Steel. Next up. Oh, we've got a Great Eastern cutlery knife that was a special factory order for Gunstock jacks. It is a Tidioute. Model number 861219er. It is an oil field jack in bloodwood. And my goodness, isn't it pretty? Love the gimp shield. Nickel silver hardware. Both bolsters, end caps, and the shield. Then you got brass pins, brass liners. Gorgeous bloodwood. Look at the chatoyancy in that stuff, would ya? Yes, main clip blade with the Gunstock Jacks Premium Knives etch. The knife is 3 7/8 closed. Pull weight about a 7, maybe a 7.5. Secondary sheep's foot with the Patty's Potato Peelers etch. Both blades walk and talk beautifully. I'm going to call the centering very, very close. That main clip might be off to the right just a tick. Condition will be near mint to like new in tube. And you're going to get an extra this week I did not offer last week. It's going to come with this book. It is called Great Eastern Cutlery, an American Tradition, the history of the Northfield and Tidioute brands. I believe I own this book. Beautiful. It's going to come with your oil field jack. How about that? Next up, another leftover. This is a Northfield offering from Great Eastern Cutlery. Model 818222 in Snakewood. It is a Coon skinner. There are actually 2 of these in the sale this week. This is the first one, and it is marked in your inventory with the S, meant it was a store only, and then a D, which a retailer probably added to denote their classification of the Snakewood. So in your description, it'll say GEC Northfield number 81 Coon Skinner Snakewood, capital S space capital D. You're going to need to know that. It's also going to come with this knife roll, which we showed last week, from Exotac, I believe, yeah. So yeah, you got some mesh pouches, some elastic pouches, lots of retention. You got a leather strap holding it all together. You want to see the knife? I bet you do. Well, here it is. The 81 Coon Skinner is 4 inches of closed length. Bolsters are double lined. I can't remember what they call that shield, but sure is pretty. Nickel, silver, and brass hardware. Ooh, that pile side Snakewood's gorgeous. You have dueling muskrat clips opposite end on this knife. Northfield etch on the main. You have a match striker nail nick. Normal rub for a Coon skinner. Cam tangs. Pull weight is about a 7, maybe a 6.5. Here's your other blade. Nice walk and talk. We'll say near mint in tube. One sold listing on eBay for this knife. It did $287. We ran this last week at $250. Did not sell. Dropped it to $225 for the weekend. It's still here. This week, $200 all in, shipped priority mail with the Exotech knife roll. $230. I sharpened both blades. That is the GEC Northfield number 81 Coon Skinner Snakewood, capital S, space, capital D. Next is our last leftover from last week. And because there are doubles of this knife in tonight's sale, we're going to call this the GEC Northfield number 88 Sowbelly Ironwood number 1. There's your tube. There's your model number, 888222 in beautiful desert ironwood. There's the knife. Cloud shield, beautiful chatoyancy in the ironwood. Pinched and lined bolsters and end caps in nickel silver. Liners are brass. Main blade is a muskrat clip on a half stop. Closed length, by the way, is 4 inches. Secondary blade is a lamb foot. What a great little nugget that is. Yeah. Pull weight, I'm going to say 8. Probably feels a little less on the lamb foot because the nick is farther away from the pivot. Beautiful walk and talk. Blade centering. Doggone it if it ain't perfect. We'll call this near mint in tube. Sold listings on eBay range between $184 and $350. We ran this one last week at $195. Didn't sell. Dropped it to $180 for the weekend. Let's go $170 this week. Take a good look at the ironwood because we got 2 of these. Pick the one you like. So $170 like it is. $200 both blades sharp. The GEC Northfield number 88 Sowbelly in ironwood number 1. Next, that brings us to another, wait a minute, it is a Northfield unexcelled, but this is not a yellow rose knife. That would be the correct cap, but the wrong tube. Model 888222 Sowbelly in desert ironwood. This will be number 88 Sowbelly in ironwood number 2. So 4 inches closed length, lined and pinched bolsters and end caps, cloud shield, beautiful desert ironwood. And again, pick the one you like. We have 2 of them. Main blade, a muskrat clip with the Northfield etch. Half stops. Pull weight about 8. Secondary, a lamb foot. Centering, well, if it isn't perfect, it's awful close. In fact, we'll call it very close. Near mint in tube, discontinued, or not discontinued, but definitely out of stock. Sold listings on eBay range between $184 and $350. Let's go $170 on this one. $200 if you'd like it with an ApostleP edge. The number 88 Sowbelly in ironwood, number 2 from Great Eastern Cutlery. Next up, another one from Great Eastern's Tidioute line. This is the Rivertown Sheep Herder, model 913424 in Mexican Bocote wood. Interesting knife, and it's going to come with the button. So basically a large serpentine Stockman pattern, but this houses a very interesting blade set. Big knife, 4 3/8 inches in closed length. I want you to look at that Bocote. My goodness, is that stuff gorgeous. Big, dark, beautiful grain. A little bit of ragginess on the edge, which I know a lot of you guys love. Look at that stuff. Plain nickel silver bolsters, brass liners. And look at that. 4 congressing sheep's foot blades, all on cam tangs. Yep. And there's your Rivertown sheep herder etch. Let's see, pull weight, we'll call that 6.5. Walk and talk are beautiful, even on the cam tangs. I think I found one tiny rub. See if I can find the blade that actually had it. There it is, just above my thumbnail. That's the only rub. Beautiful example. We'll call it near mint to like new in tube with button. Out of stock knife. Sold listings on eBay range between $176 and $237. Let's do this one at $170. As shown, $220. I sharpen all 4 blades. The GEC Tidioute, number 91 sheep herder in Bocote. Next up, this is the answer to why was that last Coon Skinner segment so detailed? Well, because of this one. It's a Northfield unexcelled, number 81 Coon Skinner, model 818222 in Snakewood. The S for store only, the D I have no idea. But this will show in your inventory as GEC Northfield number 81 Coon Skinner Snakewood, capital S, small d, no space. Okay? And here is the knife in a stunning Snakewood. I think it's cool that they chose, I think, the better piece of wood on the mark side because it's not interrupted by the shield. And you want as much uninterrupted view of that Snakewood pattern as you can get. So double line bolsters, brass liners, brass pins, dueling muskrat clips. The main will have the Northfield etch. Match striker nick. Normal rub for this model. Notice the backside blade has the liner and cover relieved to get to the nick. It must bury a little deeper than the main blade, which does not have that feature. Or is the nick in a different place? No. Just interesting. So on cam tangs, about a 7 pull. Normal rub, beautiful walk and talk, near mint in tube. And this one's going to come with a knife roll as well, just like the other Coon Skinner. I don't know the brand on this, but it's like an OD green oilcloth, leather straps. This one's got some more compartments than the other one. Don't know if that matters. I guess it's only got 4, but they're well protected. Okay. Your price will be $200. As shown, $230. I sharpen both blades. And that will be in your inventory again as GEC Northfield number 81 Coon Skinner Snakewood, capital S, no space, small d. All right. Time for some modern stuff. The first of them will be from Demko. It says it's an AD 20.5 and 3V with OD green G10 and a Tanto blade, but this particular AD 20.5 has a little something extra. Now, normally, this would come saber flat ground in 2 distinct grinds, one for the main edge of the Tanto and another grind for the tip. This has been reground hollow Very, very thin on the main edge, a little thicker on the Tanto edge. Blade length is 3 1/8, handles 4 7/16. It features the shark lock, which is kind of like a bolt action lock. Pivot is ball bearings. It opens with thumb studs. The knife is handled in diamond milled OD green G10. It does have both pocket clips, if I remember correctly. Yes, so right and left tip up. Ball bearing action, silky smooth and free. Shark lock lockup is perfect. Centering is, what would I say? Awful close to perfect, if not perfect. It's the Demko AD 20.5 Tanto Regrind OD 3V. Now the price of these brand new, and they are available, I believe, in this configuration. $180 web retail, plus the cost of the regrind, which makes it a much slicier knife. Your price on this one, $135. No need to sharpen because it's got a beautiful polished edge to go with that regrind. That ought to be super slicey. $135 for the Demko AD 20.5 Tanto Regrind OD and 3V. Next up, no box with this one, just a very pristine little Ziploc. It's from Benchmade, and it's a mini grip in black Norol GTX, sporting the Parkerized deep carry butterfly embossed pocket clip, ambidextrous tip up. Knife opens with a hole, has a modified sheep's foot blade and an access lock. Model number for this one is the 555-S30V. So the blade is in CPM S30V. It's 2 7/8 inches long. The handle's 3 7/8. Rock solid lockup. Not quite a free dropper, but flingable. Lockup is perfect. Centering is what? What? It's perfect. Near mint, no box. Currently available at your favorite web retail for a Benchmade map price of $150. Let's go 95 on this one. $120 with an ApostleP edge. The Benchmade 555-S30V mini grip. Next up, another Benchmade, this one with a blue box. This is the 557-S30V mini griptilian. What does that mean? 557. Well, we have a black Norol GTX handle, a Parkerized deep carry butterfly embossed pocket clip that's ambidextrous tip up, been carried a little bit. The blade, is it a drop point or a modified sheep's foot? Oh, it's neither. It's a mini grip Tanto. 2 7/8 blade, 3 7/8 handle, S30V blade, axis lock, riding on phosphor bronze. Action's perfect, if not quite free dropping. Lockup is dead rock solid. I'm going to say this has a polished edge, and a pretty good one. So I'm not going to give you a sharpening price on this one. They're discontinued. They're out of stock. They're unobtainium. This one's already sharp and nicely done, by the way. Your price, all in, shipped priority mail, $120. No need to sharpen. The Benchmade 557-S30V mini grip Tanto, and it would have had a map price of $150, $160 when they were in stock, but they ain't. That's a nice one. Next up, another Benchmade. Blue box. The label says it's a 565 mini Freek, and it is. Let me look for something here real quick. Okay. There's the knife. The original Freek, not a super one. So the base scale material is the hard gray, and then it's sort of overmolded with a softer black material that makes it very comfortable in the hand. Axis lock mechanism, tumble polished deep carry butterfly embossed clip ambidextrous tip up. The luscious Freek droppy spear. This is wearing a polished edge as well. The mini Freek is bladed in S30V. 2 15/16 inches of blade, 4 inches of handle. Rock solid lockup. Nice action. Centering, well, it's not perfect. We'll say it's near mint in box. Polished edge noted. Your price? Well, let's see. The eBay sold listings on this discontinued, not a stock knife range between $116 and $130. They don't have this edge, and this one is $100, shipped priority mail. The Benchmade 565 Mini Freek. Next up, we have an old pair of blue jeans from Spyderco. One of the OG high volume beloved models from Spyderco. It's a Sage, not a 2, 3, 4, or 5, just a Sage 1. In that lovely carbon fiber over G10 laminate. Pocket clip ambidextrous tip up deep carry wire. The blade, full flat ground leaf shape variety in S30V. Blade length is 3 inches, handle 4 1/8. Stainless steel liner lock mechanism locks up beautifully, early and securely. It is rock solid. Knife is wearing a beautiful polished edge. I don't think I did. Somebody did. Must be my consignor. Did a beautiful job too. Rock solid lockup. Normally beautiful action. Perfect blade centering. Near mint in box. Discontinued, not a stock. I found one sold listing on eBay for this model. It's sold at $168 shipped. Didn't have that edge on it. Your price for this one? $1.25. $125 for the Sage 1 from Spyderco. Turning the page. Next up, another Spidey in my favorite box. This is a pair 3 FRN in red with an M390 blade, which I believe makes it a DLT exclusive. Beautiful red FRN with the volcano grip. Pocket clip ambidextrous tip up deep carry wire. Features the compression lock. Opens with a hole. Rides on phosphor bronze. This knife also wearing a beautifully applied polished edge. The blade is 2 7/8 inches of M390. The handle is 4 1/4. Lockup, rock solid. Blade, free dropping. Centering, well, can't have everything. It's close. This model is discontinued and out of stock. Sold listings on eBay ranging between $149 and $281. This one can be yours, all in, shipped priority mail, $125. No need to sharpen because it's already wearing a polished edge. That is the Spyderco Pair 3 FRN Red and M390. Next up, okay, nothing fancy fans. We got some knives for you tonight. We're going to kick it off with 2 of them. Spyderco, Delica FRN and S35VN, but not just any Delica and S35VN. Got our nothing fancy blue, black hardware, black 4-way clip, DLC coated blade in S35VN. Special Exclusive for the Nut and Fancy project made in October of 21. This is knife number 1009 of 1230. Blade is 2 7/8. The handle's 4 3/16. Lock up rock solid. Blade nice and free. Centering dead. We'll call it near mint to like new in box. Can't find them anywhere, and they were made a long time ago. Do I have a date? I think I do. Yep, 10 of 21. Your price, $125 like it is, $150 if you'd like my edge on it. Next day sharpening is available. That's Spyderco, Delica, FFG, Blue, DLC, S35, and TNP. Next up is our other TNP Spyderco. This one's an Endura in blue, FRN. Now this one is a bit of a user. A little bit of soiling in the Volcano Grip FRN, as you'd expect with a light color. Black hardware, black 4-way clip, DLC blade in S35 VN. 3 13/16 blade, 4 15/16 handle, midlock red and on phosphor bronze. This is made in December of 21. Nut and Fancy project serialized number 133 of 1009. Very little edge wear, a slight little rub in the DLC right below my thumbnail, and the soiling noted. Little to no pocket clip wear. So we'll call it near mint in box. Unobtainium. We're going to price this a little lower than the Delica because this one's actually been used a little. $115 like it is, $140 with an TheApostleP edge on the Spyderco Endura FFG Blue DLC S35 and TNP. Next up, our last Spyderco tonight is a fixed blade. And it's the Bow River. Designed by Phil Wilson. Comes in a leather sheath. Embossed with the bug. Integral fold-over belt loop. And here's the knife. It is crafted in HCR 13 MOV steel. Blade length is 4 3/8. A little slight trailing point. The handle is 3 3/4 inches in black, white, and gray layered G10. Beautiful in the hand. Its condition will be near mint to like new in box. This knife currently available brand new with a web retail Spyderco map price of $52 plus tax and postage. This one can be yours pretty much like new in box. $40 all in, shipped. Priority mail, no sales tax, $65 with an TheApostleP edge. That's the Bow River fixed blade from Spyderco. Next up, we have the Rob's Pick tonight, and when you see it, you'll know why. It is from the Benchmade Hunt series. It's actually an incorrect model number. The knife in the box is a 15080-1, not a -2. It's the full-size Crooked River in gray G10. It's going to have an MXG titanium deep carry pocket clip installed. The original Parkerized split arrow will be in the box. And here we go. The gray G10 satin finished scales. The clear hard anodized aluminum bolsters with orange pivot collars and orange G10 backspacer. Beautiful action on the clip point blade. That blade length is 4 inches in length. That's a long one. That means it was not over sharpened. Most of them are about 3 15/16. The handle is 5 3/8. It runs the axis lock mechanism. Blade rides on phosphor bronze washers, locks up perfectly. Not quite a free dropper, but close enough for a blade that big. Very flingable. Centering is, what would I call that? I guess I would call it close. And the lockup is rock solid. We would call that near mint in the slightly wrong box. This model is discontinued and out of stock. Country Knives got a hold of these after they were discontinued, sold them for $260 and they're gone. This one can be yours all in, shipped priority mail, $200 like it is. $225 with an Apostle P edge. That's the Crooked River in gray G10. It is the Rob's pick tonight. Next up, we got a Benchmade with no box, but it does come in a black leather, white stitched pocket slip. It is the Jared Oser designed Tengu Flipper from Benchmade, model 601. Handle, layered, well, not really layered, but laminated, black over white G10. I love how the shield, which is like a federal shield, is in the white. So the white is milled out, leaving the shield in relief, and then the black goes over the top of it. It is slightly crowned and satin finished. Then a fully layered black and white G10 backspacer. Steel liners, stainless steel liner lock mechanism. The flipping blade rides on ball bearings. The blade material is 20 CV. There's Jared Oser's maker's mark. Sweet little Tanto. 2 11/16 blade, 3 11/16 handle. There's the lockup on your stainless steel liner lock. Nice and secure. Rock solid. Lots of lock bar tension, by the way. Beautiful centering. We'll call it near mint, no box. I think I detect an ever so slight roll right at the tip, but it's very slight. I'm not sure the camera will even pick it up. So definitely near mint, no box. Discontinued and out of stock. Sold listings on eBay ranging between $205 and $298 for the Tengu. Let's go $170 on this one like it is $200 with an Apostle P edge. Next up, we got a beauty from ZT. We are going bold. The knife inside the box, again, a slightly incorrect box. It says it's a ZT0393 GLCF, but I don't think it is. I think it's black G10, which would be the standard material. It's definitely black G10. So it's a regular ZT0393. It is a titanium frame lock knife with G10 overlays. And the titanium frame is anodized in blue. And the pocket clip is titanium, and it's also anodized blue. And then you've got a fill tab for the offside. So it's ambidextrous tip-up deep carry in titanium. It's a flipper on ball bearings. Has a beautiful harpoon clip with sort of a, what would you, it's got like a, it can't be a, is it a clinto? A clinto? I don't know. 2 grinds. Very beautiful blade, 2-tone with DLC on the flats, in 20 CV. 3 9/16 blade, 4 11/16 handle. The frame lock is steel inserted. Locks up at about 25%, and it's rock solid. And it is perfectly centered. So we'll say it's near mint in a slightly wrong box with a little bit of wear on the clip. So definitely still near mint. These are discontinued, not a stock, and hard to find in this configuration. Let's go $200, like it is $230 if you'd like it with an Apostle P edge. That's the ZT0393. Next up, we have another one from ZT, going bold. This is a ZT0223, designed by Butch Gallion, I believe. Is that right? Yeah. Pretty cool knife. So it is a titanium frame lock knife, handle and blade DLC coated, and then an interesting design element. We got an integral flat dark earth wraparound back strap in G10. Pocket clip will be ambidextrous tip up. It is a ball bearing flipper. Kind of a folding field knife design, wouldn't you say? So the 20 CV blade is 3 9/16 inches in length. The handle's 5 1/16, so lots of real estate there. And some of that handle length is accentuated or puffed up just because of the design of the front. So I measure from that very forward point. Okay. There's your lock engagement, about 50%. So nice and secure and deep, rock solid. Ball bearing action's beautiful. Blade centering is very close to perfect, if not perfect. We'll call it near mint in box. And really, the clip has got a little wear on it, but the rest of the knife, pretty much nothing. Been carried a lot, used very little. I mean, not even really any discernible edge wear. So, yeah. These are now discontinued, not a stock. A knife that didn't sell particularly well when it was in production, but check out the eBay sold listings, guys. They're ranging between $287 and $400, and there were several of them. I don't think it's worth that. Let's go $150 like it is, $180 with an TheApostleP edge. That's the 0223 from ZT in black and 20 CV. Next up, a beautiful knife from Protech. We got 3 brands on this one. Protech, Drop, and Ferrum Forge Knife Works. All 3 involved in this one. It is the Mordax button lock flipper in milled gray, hard anodized aluminum. How about that handle? I love this detail. I do. It's gorgeous. This is a manual button lock flipper. Right hand tip up deep carry pocket clip. The Ferrum Forge flipper is just a work of art, by the way. Yeah. And I love that drop point blade. 20 CV is your steel. 3 9/16 blade, 4 11/16 handle. So good in the hand. Button lock mechanism locks up rock solid. Ball bearing pivot, of course. Centering will be Protech dead. Man, so beautiful. Love the lanyard attachment. Unoffensive to those of us who never use a lanyard. Condition on this will be near mint in box. Very, very faint clip scratches. Not sure if you can make them out. Just burnishing more than anything else. Out of stock at $250 web retail at Drop. Let's go $180 on this one like it is $210 with an TheApostleP edge. That's the Mordax button lock flipper in milled gray from Drop and Ferrum Forge and Protech. Next up, we got a Microtech model 157 OBS. It's the Exocet double edge and outbreak finish. It's like the zombie apocalypse outbreak. Look at that. You got a little bit of black. You got a little bit of green. You got a little bit of blood. You have a pocket clip suitable for holding money. This one made March of 22, serial number 0331 or just 331. You got your zombie toxic symbol there. So it's a double action out the front. Great little box or letter opener in a tumbled DLC finish, I think. Heavily tumbled. Button effort, medium. Blade is premium stainless steel, as most of the signature series or the special runs are. They don't tell us what it is. Doesn't matter. Blade length is 1 31/32, so it should be California legal. Handle length is 3 5/8. Money will slip under there beautifully. So cool. And condition will be near mint in box. Out of stock. When they were available new, they had a web retail price that ranged between $295 and $330. Let's go $210 on this one. All in, shipped, priority mail. No need to sharpen. the Exoset Outbreak from Microtech. Next up, we've got one from Victorinox. Okay, so the label's going to say it's just a black Alox Cadet, but it ain't. And that is the correct box. It's because somebody at Victorinox loves the Nut and Fancy project. So you'll notice there's no black Alox here. There are no rivets here. We have screw fasteners and beautiful 3D machined satin finished G10. The Victorinox cross and the embossed and milled TNP logo. 83mm chassis, split ring, spear point main, can opener small screwdriver, cap lifter, wire cutter, large screwdriver, fingernail tool, new style, and it says TNP, the Nut and Fancy project, serial number 48 of 600, I believe, February of 2022. Condition, you're meant to like new in box. Discontinued, not a stock. There's no sold listings on eBay, but I found a current listing. They have this knife and then an orange scaled version as a set, and they want $330 for the pair. Buy it now. This one can be yours, $80 like it is, $100 with my edge on that main spear. That is the Victorinox Cadet Blue G10 TNP. Next up, the Nut and Fancy project continues to roll. We got one from Boker Plus, and it's one of their Kalashnikov automatics. This is an AK-74, but not just any. It's got a baby blue handle, just how Nuttin likes it. Black hardware, deep carry right-hand tip-up clip, coated aluminum handle, button lock auto, and a two-tone hawkbill. Yeah. In AUS 8, there's your Nut and Fancy project logo, made March of 2020. Number, what does that say? 190. Blade length is 3 3/16. The handle's 4 1/4. Lock up. There was a little vertical play, but I think the button just seated, so we'll say dead solid. Centering, pretty doggone beautiful. Very, very close, I'll call it. Action, perfect. Condition, near mint to like new in box. Discontinued, out of stock, unobtainium. Your price, $80 like it is, $110. I sharpened that hawkbill blade. The Boker Plus AK-74 hawkbill auto blue TNP. Next up is our last Nut and Fancy knife tonight. From a company I've never seen or heard about. Guess I'm not paying attention. It's from Dagger with 2 R's. Its model number is the FM02-2GN Jalo. It's ZHALO. It is scaled in neon green G10 with a DLC blade, and it's a Nut and Fancy project special edition. Made October of 2021. It's number 417 of 500. Spear point blade with an interesting grind. Opens with a hole shaped like a skull. It's in D2. 3 7/8 blade. Doesn't seem like that big of a knife, but it is. 4 3/4 handle. Stainless steel liner lock that locks up early, but securely. Feels like it's on bearings, but I couldn't see any. I think it's on phosphor bronze. It's just silky smooth. That wasn't very good. Hole interaction. There we go. Sure feels like ball bearings. I don't know. I'm going to call the centering Can you call that perfect? I don't know, maybe. Close enough. It's near mint in box. Discontinued, out of stock, and unobtainium. Just going by the knives available in other configurations. I think the regular production ones retail for $60 web. And this one's kind of cool, and it's special. So let's do $60 like it is, $85 with an ApostleP edge. The dagger, Giallo in DLC neon green, and it's a Nut and Fancy special edition. Whoops. Next up, we have a Civivi. It's the C805 Alpha Aquila. It says green G10. They are not. The liners are golden colored stainless. It does have a VG10 blade. Black blade, stonewash flat. Yeah. Okay. Here's the knife. Pretty unoffensive, wouldn't you say? I call that flat dark earth G10, not green. And a corresponding gear pattern backspacer. There are your golden anodized stainless steel liners. Pocket clip ambidextrous tip up in milled titanium. Ball bearing flipper. Pretty cool blade. Tumbled DLC flats. Bevel and swedge. Flats are satin. Blade steel is VG10, blade length 3.5, handle 4 13/16. It is a stainless steel liner lock, locks up early and securely. Rock solid. Ball bearings are silky smooth. Blade centering's perfect. These are discontinued, not a stock. Found one sold listing on eBay for this exact knife. It did $51 shipped. Let's do 45 on this one, like it is, 70 with an ApostleP edge. That's the C805A Aquila from Civivi. Next up, we have some padlocks. We're going to kick it off with this one from Abus or ABUS. So this is the EC75 7560. So the EC75 is kind of the model number, and then the size is denoted by the 7560. We have 2.5 inches of height, 2 3/8 inches of width, 3/4 inch thick, 9.5 millimeter hardened steel chrome plated shackle, 2 dimple design keys. It's near mint to like new, no box. You can buy these brand new web retail for $30 plus shipping plus tax. This one, let's do $25 all in, shipped priority mail. No need to sharpen. That's the Abus EC75 7560 padlock. Next up, more lock. Another one from Abus. This is a little higher end lock. It's the 90 Ti/50 in titanium. I don't know what titanium is. It appears to be plated, but it's definitely light. Don't know what titanium is. Anyway, 3 9/16 in height, 2 1/16 wide, 7/8 thick. Nine 9.5 millimeter shackle, hardened stainless steel, probably not plated then. 2 keys, shrouded shackle, 6-pin 888 cylinder. We'll call it near mint, no box. Buy these brand new for $50 plus tax and postage. This one is definitely like new, I think. Let's see. Let's see if it'll open, shall we? Let's see. Let's see what this, whoops. That's interesting. No spring. Probably work better if I put the key in the right way. There we go. There's the other key. Okay. That is a very interesting feel on the mechanism. Very silky smooth. That's a Highline lock. Anywho, $40. Shipped priority mail. No need to sharpen. Next up, another ABUS lock. This is the 8850 Plus, made in Germany. Chrome-plated brass body. 3 inches high, 3 inches wide. I didn't measure the thickness. 13/16. Yep. Chrome-plated disc cylinder, ball bearing internals, 9.5 millimeter shackle, 1 inch shackle height from the top of the lock to the bottom of the shackle, 2 keys, and a code card. These are $52 web retail, plus tax and postage. We're going to sell this one at $45. Near mint to like new, no box. The ABUS 8850 Plus padlock. And our last padlock in tonight's sale is from Pacific Lock, or Pack Lock. This is the Model 200. Not much going on here, man. Pretty raw. You can see like the bar stock. It is plated in steel. And then it looks like grinder lines on three sides, I guess. So yeah, 3 3/8 high, 2 inches wide, 3/4 thick. Nickel plated is the body. 6-pin ball bearing mechanism, 6-pin true security internals, 9.5 millimeter shackle, 1 3/16 in height, 2 keys. Near mint to like new box. You buy these new for $35. Heavy duty but simple with great internals. Let's do 25 all in, shipped priority mail. No need to sharpen. That's the Pacific Lock Model 200. Next up, we have one from Heretic Knives. I think this might have been purchased new from my local knife store. Yeah, it was Blademan's Knife Shop. It is the Heretic Pariah Drop Point in Battle Black. Pretty cool knife. So the handle is black, hard anodized, 6061 T6 aluminum. The inlays are stainless steel, DLC coated. They call it bubble stainless. Pretty cool. I think it just looks awesome. Pocket clip milled titanium right hand tip up. And it's got a little bit of a tumbled effect going on. Just mildly distressed. Ceramic ball, maybe even a steel ball bearing for retention. Check out the Timascus pivot collars. Very cool. It's a button lock auto with a stunning harpoon clip blade in tumbled DLC coated Magna Cut. Lockup is rock solid. Centering is beauteous. Action snappy. Snappy. Better be holding on to it. 3 3/4 blade, 5 1/8 handle. Man. Near mint in box, out of stock. When they were available, they had a web retail of $3.99. What did Blademan's charge? $3.99. Let's do $250 on this one, like it is. $280 with my edge on the Magna Cut blade. The Pariah from Heretic. Next up, we have a Hogue. Model number 34534. It's an EXA05 automatic. 3.5-inch spear point blade and CPM 154 with a tumbled finish and a flat dark earth anodized aluminum frame. It's kind of pretty. Oh. Yeah, hard anodized aluminum is your handle material. It's a button lock with a safety. Nice positive safety. Right hand tip up deep carry clip. And it comes out with a good thwack harpoon spear in CPM 154. I don't remember if I sharpened this. Somebody did, and they did a great job. There's a very small roll near the tip. So anyway, I'll get into that. 3 7/16 blade, 4 11/16 handle. Lockup is dead rock solid. You saw the action. It's amazing. The centering is perfect. They're out of stock. When they were available, they had a web retail of $198. We're going to offer this one to you at $130, all in, shipped priority mail like it is. Now, guys, this edge is very sharp. There's only a super tiny little roll near the tip. I'm going to give you a sharpened price and tell you not to use it, right? So $130 like it is, $155 with my edge. The EXA 05 automatic from Hogue. Next up, we have a modern classic that's now out of production from Spyderco, and it's so fancy it comes in a pouch. Made in Maniago, Italy by Lion Steel. It's the Spyderco Lion Spy. So it is a titanium frame with like a bronzy little wash on it. Very cool. A beautiful satin finish deep carry pocket clip that I think goes both ways. Pretty sure. Opens with a hole. Got a big, fat, broad drop point blade with a Spidey hump in L-Max. Blade's 3 5/8 inches in length. Handle 4 11/16. It's a titanium frame lock with steel insert and the roto block mechanism to keep it from closing inadvertently. There's your lock engagement right where you want it. And rock solid. Knife rides on Teflon washers. And it centers close. That's pretty close for a, you might even say very, very close for a Lion Steel made knife. It's near mint to like new in pouch. Long discontinued and out of stock. Sold listings on eBay range between $305 and $357, which makes this one a screaming deal at $225. That's your price. $255 if you like it with my edge. That's the Lion Spy from Spyderco. All right, I saved what I think is the coolest knife in the sale for last. I'm a closet cold steel freak. I can't help it. Here it is. It's a Talwar 5.5 inch in S35 VN. It's just a sweet knife. Black G10 scales. Now, my consignor wanted me to take this lanyard off, but I can't get it off. It's that tight. I mean, you could really pull and yank and get that through the loop, that skull bead, but it kind of belongs there. It's a triad lock mechanism, of course. Knife opens with the thumb plate, which doubles as a wave device. Oh my. There we go. Cool swedge, trailing point blade in S35. Blade length is actually 5.5 inches, which is rare for a cold steel for the blade to be as long as advertised. Go ahead, make your jokes about Lynn Thompson and length. Okay, all right. So let's see. The typical cold steel washer combination of phosphor bronze and Teflon. Triad lock is rock solid, of course. Blade probably way too free for a knife that long. And the centering is close, man. I mean, it's really close. You might even call it perfect, which is something to say on a 5.5 inch blade. It's near mint to like new in box. Currently available brand new for a web retail price of $200. Your price on this one with the cool lanyard and skull bead, $140 shipped priority mail, all in, $170 with my edge. That's the Talwar 5.5 and S35 VN from Cold Steel. And that brings us to the end of another weekly knife sale on the Apostle P channel, my friends. Grace to you and peace from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Remember, the word is sharp. Now commence to clicking. I'll talk to you soon.